So good afternoon, everyone. I am Archana, the Organizing Secretary for IDEC 2021. And with my team members, I take this opportunity to welcome you all very warmly to the salutation ceremony of IDEC 2021. We wish you all a very, very happy Teachers' Day. And as I said, I can see all my teachers here. A very happy Teachers' Day to all of you. Before we start with the salutation ceremony, we would like to offer on behalf of IDEC a very small tribute, this being the centennial year for insulin discovery, to the people who made insulin possible. A small tribute to insulin, please. Thank you so much. I now invite our organizing chairperson, Dr. Sanjay Agarwal sir, to welcome our esteemed advisors and the recipients of today IDEC Medal of Honor 2021. Sanjay sir.
Thank you very much, Archana. 5 years back, Neeta and I conceived this entire partnership. And we said that we need to have a scientific platform which can bring a high quality science to India. There have been excellent meetings that have been happening across the country. And it was a dream that can we add a little more value to science in diabetes, which comes across from the world. And this is where we actually started the small journey. We were very fortunate to be joined by Shilpa, Anjali, Archana, and over the years we have really made efforts to see that we have some of the most stalwart speakers from across the globe to speak at our meeting, nationally and internationally. For a team like us who is very young, we needed a lot of mentorship, and this happened with with Dr. Bansi, with Dr. Brijmakkar, Dr. Vijay Neglur, Dr. Rajiv Kovil, and Dr. Arvind. They were the balance that we needed to see that we could perform the right things at the right time, and they really contributed a lot to the success of IDEC and the science that we've brought over the last 5 years. So I would like to extend my thanks to all this entire team for gelling together, working as a team, and seeing that we bring the best of science across. And we want to expand the scope. We've been very inclusive to see that we nurture talent, we bring young talent up, we cultivate speakers for the future, because all of us have to be mentors for others to see that this entire journey keeps continuing over the time. I would also like to thank Dr. Anup Mishra and Dr. V. Mohan. They have been with us right from our first meeting, and they have been our absolute torch, I would say, a guidance really. And they have told us that where we are wrong, they guided us to be correct. Where we were right, they praised us, and that encouragement really helped us to grow further. The science that we have discussed has been a sort of a complete conglomeration of efforts of so many people, and I would like to thank each one of them. Not only that, I think the industry has been so supportive of this entire meeting all across this journey that it's been stupendous that the way they have come out and been, supporting all this entire events that we really nurture in 3 days' time. We've been really unfortunate in the last 2 years that we've not had a physical meeting. We were the first to start virtual meeting last year, and that gave us the confidence that we could sort of bring science virtually. And we had some of the best speakers from across the world last year to speak at our meeting. We carried that journey again this year, and we've had an excellent faculty, not only from India, but also from abroad, who have spoken over the last 3 days at the meeting. So with this small thank you that I would like to extend to everybody, I would like to say, be with us always. We look forward to your support, and we want you to guide us in this entire journey. Over to you, Rachana. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now comes the proud moment for IDEC Team 2021, when the Medal of Honor shall be conferred at the hands of our advisors, the IDEC advisors, Dr. Vijay Neglur, Dr. S.R. Arvind, Dr. Brij Makkar, Dr. Rajiv Koval, and Dr. Bansi Savu. We proudly present the first Medal of Honor 2021 to our beloved Dr. V. Mohan, sir. No medal can adequately honor Dr. V. Mohan's work. We hope you accept our humble offering, sir. Now, we have a citation that we would like to read out. It would be physically sent to you, but we would like to read out to everyone for this Medal of Honor for IDEC 2021. Be it so proclaimed, the International Diabetes Experts Conclave, IDEC is privileged and proud to present this citation of honor to Professor V. Mohan in recognition and appreciation of the dedicated and distinguished service in the field of diabetes. Professor Mohan, you have been an extraordinary student from Madras Medical College, Madras. Your passion to learn has taken you to be a fellow of Royal College of Physicians, London in 2005, with numerous degrees on the way till recently FRCE Edinburgh, UK in 2020. Your illustrious journey started in 1976 as research assistant at Diabetes Research Center and MV Hospital for Diabetes, Chennai, to honorary professor, Office of the Faculty of Health, Deakin University, Melbourne in 2019, to honorary distinguished professor at the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University, Chennai in 2021. You have been a beacon of education at every step as patron of RSSDI Research Committee India and innumerable other positions of influence. You have contributed immensely to our nation. Professor Mohan, you have been awarded the highest award of medicine in India, Dr. B.C. Roy Award in 2005, India's prestigious national honor, Padma Shri 2012, an Outstanding Investigator Award for World India Diabetes Foundation in 2012, amongst innumerable highly reputed honors. The civilian community has also appreciated you with awards like Legend in Diabetes Care, Times Healthcare Achievers Award by Times of India in 2018, and Inspiring Diabetologist and Endocrinologist of India by Economic Times 2020, just to name a few of the recent ones. Professor Mohan, with more than 30 years of experience in teaching, service, research, and community health intervention programs, in numerous publications and books, you have nurtured the minds of so many. No less than 1,400 publications speak of your continued commitment to science and research. We warmly acknowledge your books. Dr. Rema Mohan, her legacy lives on. And making excellence a habit, the secret to building a world-class healthcare system in India, which are the closest to your heart and loved by all. Professor Mohan, a true devotee and a human being. You serve at providing lifelong free service to over 9,000 patients at Dr. Mohan's Diabetes Specialty Center and run 3 diabetic clinics in Chennai, to just name a few of your philanthropic activities. We salute your services, sir. Thank you.
Maybe have a few words from you, sir.
Oh, yes, definitely. Maybe this screen can go off and I can see more people.
Yes.
Thank you. Dr. Sanjay Agarwal, Dr. Neeta Deshpande, Dr. Archana Shraddha, Dr. Anjali Bhatt, Shilpa Joshi, the foreign faculty who have been associated with this event for many years, Dr. Umperes, Dr. Sama Hamdi, and then the people who have been closely associated with the IDEC advisory team, Dr. Panchi Sabu, Dr. Brij Makkar, Dr. Rajiv Koval, Dr. Sar Arvind, Dr. Vijay Neglur, and the co-awardee, my good friend and colleague, Dr. Anup Mishra, who very richly deserves this honor, and I'm looking forward to to hearing his citation. Thank you all for this very kind gesture and for this honor. Being honored by different societies and organizations is one thing, but being honored by your peers and colleagues is something very special, because I know that you don't have to do this and you're doing it only because of your love and affection. And to receive it on Teachers' Day on September 5th, I think is a double blessing and a double honor. And therefore, I accept it in all humility. As Dr. Sanjay Agarwal said, I have been watching this meeting grow from strength to strength, and the fluency with which you did both the formats. When you did the face-to-face formats, you did it in a remarkable manner. And then you were the trailblazer who quite rightly started when some of us were even wondering whether such an event can occur. You showed that it can occur with the record attendance and record participation and very good feedback. And I think you were the trailblazer in this as well. And now you have carried it through for the second year in succession. So these meetings of yours have always had very high standard. You maintain strict time for all these sessions. You started exactly on time, for example, this particular function also. So all this shows tremendous organizational capacity, tremendous unity between, I know that groups get together and then after 3-4 years, they're all split and then they don't continue, but you have all continued, you only grown in strength, which shows how much of love and affection and collaboration you have with each other. I think today we are at a threshold when a lot can be done by people working together. And India is currently in the second position, but I'm afraid we may not be in the second position for very long. 4 years from now, we will overtake China and become the largest country in the world. I would be very surprised if the IDF told us that, oh, no, you're still going to be in second place for the next 50 years. I don't believe that. I don't think it's even possible. Because we know that we have a propensity to diabetes. We know that we get it at a younger age. We know that there's an increased susceptibility. Wherever Indians and Chinese have been studied, whether it's in Mauritius or in Singapore or any other place, Indians have always had higher prevalence than the Chinese. So using that particular logic and the simple fact that we'll be the largest population in the world and that we are also a graying population, there is no doubt at all that whether we like it or not, it's not a great honor to have the largest number of people with diabetes in the world and to be called a diabetes capital. I hope I'm proved wrong, in fact, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It's also not going to be the case that we're going to get rid of diabetes forever. I've been doing a lot of work on the history of diabetes. And even 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, people have had diabetes. It may not have been to this proportion, but it was there. And therefore, 2000 years from now, it's very difficult to imagine there's no more diabetes in the world. Even if you cure type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes is going to go on. But what we can dream of is a complications-free India. Now, this is not a hype, and I think it is possible. And I know that all of you are very actively involved in the Let's Defeat Diabetes program. I think what we can defeat in diabetes is defeating its complications. Because just because you have a slightly raised blood sugar, or even if you have only one microaneurysm in the eye, or a little microalbuminuria after 30 or 40 years, we don't have to worry about it. But what we should worry about is that nobody should go blind. Nobody should have the limbs chopped off. Nobody should go into renal failure, needing treatments they cannot afford. And nobody should get a heart attack or a stroke at a young age, as it is happening in India today. Nobody should become impotent in this country. And therefore, there are many other complications of diabetes which we can prevent. And for that, it's just the simple ABCD mantra. If you just get the A1C down, blood pressure under control, cholesterol under control, and follow the D of discipline with diet, exercise, little bit of stress reduction, and so on, all of which are eminently doable. The thing is to scale it up, and the thing is to take it to every part of the country. And that's where meetings like IDEC become very important, because you are spreading this message not only in your region, but also nationally. And when there are so many such meetings where doctors from different parts of the country come, each one of them amplifies your message. Every one of your delegates who has attended this meeting takes with him or her the message of prevention of diabetes, a message of better control of diabetes, a message of defeating diabetes. And all that would have come through loud and clear through this conference. So all I can do is to thank you most humbly from the bottom of my heart for the honor that you have done to me. This award is very, very special. And thank you very much for thinking of this and for honoring me. I'll remember this day for a long time to come. And let me also take this opportunity or occasion as a teacher myself, and since many of you are junior, to wish you all the very best as a senior teacher, and wish IDEC all the very best going forward. May your tribe increase, and may you make a significant impact in diabetes in India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for those wonderful, inspiring words, spoken like a true teacher. Now, we have the proud privilege of presenting the IDEC Medal of Honor 2021 to none other than Dr. Anup Mishra, sir. We deeply appreciate and beseech you, sir, to accept this token of love. With this, there's so much to say, but whatever little we can, we would like to present in the manner of a citation. Be it so proclaimed, the International Diabetes Experts Conclave, IDEC, is privileged and proud to present this citation of honor to Professor Anup Mishra in recognition and appreciation of the dedicated and distinguished service in the field of diabetes. Professor Mishra, you have been an extraordinary student from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, working in Royal Free Hospital in London, UK, and at Department of Medicine and Endocrinology in Southwestern Medical Center at Dallas, Texas, USA, as WHO Fellow, where you went on to be a faculty. In India, Professor Mishra, as part of the top advisory committees relating to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and nutrition, and as advisor to the Indian Council of Medical Research, you have contributed immensely to our nation. Professor Mishra, you have been awarded the highest award for medicine in India, Dr. B.C. Roy Award 2006, India's prestigious national honor, Padma Shri, in 2007, an Outstanding Investigator Award from World India Diabetes Foundation in 2013, amongst so many. Professor Mishra, with more than 30 years of experience in teaching, service, research, and community health intervention programs in numerous publications, the books you have ignited the minds of so many. Richly deserved in 2020, an analysis of Stanford University ranked you in top 2% of scientists in diabetes research globally. You have wonderfully authored best-selling books, Diabetes with Delight and Diabetes के साथ खुशहाल जीवन. Professor Mishra, currently as the chairman of Fortis CDC Center of Excellence for Diabetes, Metabolic Diseases and Endocrinology, New Delhi, and as Director, National Diabetes, Obesity and Cholesterol Foundation and Diabetes Foundation, India. We salute you, sir, for your services. Thank you. We are humble, sir, so we would like to hear a few words from you.
Thank you. I'm rather overwhelmed by this honor and recognition given by IDEC, the whole organizing committee, Sanjay, Anjali, Neeta, Shilpa, Bridge, Rajiv, Vijay, Banshi, Arvind, and everybody involved, and the foreign faculty who's been integral part of IDEC, Dr. Amperes, Dr. Hamdi, and I deeply appreciate remarks by Dr. Mohan at the start of his speech. I am humbled by his achievement, actually. Last year, or maybe last to last year, I talked to Neeta. She wanted me to speak on one of the topics. I said, let me speak on one topic and let this topic be given to somebody who's younger. And please bring younger people into the fold. We have spoken enough. Mohan, thousands of lectures, and myself, thousands of lectures. It is time that young people should come. And this is something which will build up the future of diabetes research in India and diabetes care in India. This is how Dr. Ahuja and Dr. Bajaj actually built up. They both trained me. They both trained a number of people who are at the helm of affairs at this point of time. In 1996, when I went to United States, with help of Scott Grundy, Abhimanyu Garg, and others, we broke a mold of a common statement that intra-abdominal fat is something which is responsible for all the vagaries in the body, including diabetes. And we said, no, it is not. And it is the subcutaneous fat which is large, very large, 3 times larger than the intra-abdominal. That's something which is contributed, especially in Indian population. Now, that was the initial idea. And why I'm telling this story is for younger people, that whenever you do research, you start with the idea and then go on with that idea. Then you make up a story. A story is made up of chapters, and each chapter contributes to the book. Since then, by small or larger studies of this main theme or related, somewhere related there, we wrote a book, actually, last 26 years now. And by help of that long story, we made certain changes, or we suggested, Bridge was there, a lot of people who are here, Dr. Mohan, everybody was there to help us out. A single stroke of changing the obesity guideline, which is actually one of the most important intervention of all times, because it meant around 10 to 15 people, crore people at that time, 2009. They qualified for intervention for diet and exercise because the lowering of the BMI guidelines is one of the most important intervention of all time. And it's been adopted worldwide, still being adopted. But that is one thing, and there are many other things. So what I mean to tell the younger colleagues, and we should involve more younger colleagues in such illustrious conference as Sanjay and Neeta, everybody is holding, and tell them these stories and encourage them to do more research and take up idea which will change the practical things, not theoretical, practical things, which will change the face of obesity, diabetes in the country. This is what is needed. You must have seen all the time I talk about only India specific things. Somebody says you talk about international things, I say no. So whatever benefits India, whatever benefits Indians in terms of research and not theoretical research, or practical research is what matters. And this is, any of you can write a story on this. So I think this is my message. I feel very encouraged by this award, and I thank everybody once again for honoring me, giving me same platform as the great Dr. B. Mohan. I hope I live up to this expectation by doing further research, which changes something in the country, changes policies in the country, and benefits large number of people. So thank you once again, and I'm really honored by this.
Thank you so much, sir. Those are encouraging words and will be like a guideline for all of us who want to go and change this whole scenario in the country as you have inspired us to do so. I would like to now invite Dr. Banshi Sabu as part of the IDEC team to address this August gathering with his few words.
Thank you, Dr. Archana. First of all, happy Teachers' Day. Respected Dr. V. Mohan sir and Dr. Anup Mishra sir, pranam. As I may be the youngest one, I maybe accept the. First of all, I would like to congratulate the entire organizing committee of IDEC 2021, which is International Diabetes Expert Conclave, particularly Dr. Sanjay Agarwal and Dr. Neeta Deshpande. Dr. Guillermo, Dr. Archana, Dr. Anjali Bhatt, and Shilpa Joshi for this 5th version of IDEC and conducting a very successful meeting. Would like to congratulate Dr. V. Mohan sir and Dr. Anup Mishra sir on the occasion of this 100 years of insulin discovery and work they have done in the field of diabetes for their contribution in academics, research, capacity building, and taking India to the global map in the field of diabetes. As we know that last year, Sanjay had started this meeting on a virtual platform. He was first one to start this meeting on virtual platform, rather immediately after the month of April, when the first wave of COVID was at the peak. And it was attended by more than 27,000 doctors across the country. Even this year, the second year of this virtual meeting, what I could know from Dr. Sanjay that more than 20,000 doctors who registered for the meeting, and every time, any time of the meeting, there are more than 2,000 doctors who are already, they are logged in and they are listening it. As a president of RSSDI, I feel very glad to be part of this ceremony. And I thank Dr. Sanjay Agarwal, who is closely associated with me, very close friend of mine, again, very senior to me, is like teacher for me, but is very closely associated with me in RSSDI and entire team of IDEC for inviting me on this platform. I'm really very thankful to all the advisors and to Sanjay for giving me this opportunity to tell few words about this platform and for IDEC, and to respect Dr. V. Mohan sir and Dr. Anup Mishra. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bansi. After these beautiful moments, I'm still getting over the words I have heard from Dr. Mohan sir and Dr. Mishra sir. I would like to hand over the stage to Neeta, Dr. Neeta, who is our scientific chairperson, and she will conclude with her views and thoughts.
Neeta, you are muted.
Neeta, you're mute, please.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Archana. It's Teachers' Day today, and it's been 100 years of insulin. The IDEC team couldn't have asked for a better occasion to honor two of the stalwarts in the country, Dr. V. Mohan sir and Dr. Anup Mishra sir, for their outstanding contribution to diabetes and metabolism in India, and also for putting India on the global map in this field. They've been singularly responsible for that. And we thank you both very much, Dr. V. Mohan sir and Dr. Anup Mishra sir, for agreeing to receive this honor from IDEC 2021. We are indebted to you, really honored. And secondly, I would now also like to thank all our faculty, national and international, speakers and chairpersons who have taken a lot of trouble to put together all the talks that we've had, especially the evidence-based medicine masterclass sessions that we had, where all the leads of the evidence-based masterclass have been at it for the last 21 days in trying to collate all the material for the masterclass. And we have had some wonderful sessions all through the day. So I'm very thankful to all of them. I am also thankful to the industry for giving us their unconditional support, without which this was not possible. I would like to make a special mention from the IDEC team and thank Ms. Ritika Kotwani for being the go-to person for everything and anything. With her calm manner and absolute poised demeanor, she has managed to help us all out at various times of crisis with her little tips. And at the end of the day, I would be failing in my duty if I did not thank the delegates who have given us their unconditional support for the last 5 years and this year too, and have logged in large numbers and helped us make this successful. And I would like to thank all of them. And of course, our advisors have always been with us. And I would like to thank them for being our backbone and always with us, advising us and giving us their tips. And we hope that everybody who is connected with us, our advisors, our mentors, our teachers, and the delegates, we wish for a similar support in times to come to take IDEC from strength to serve the academic community even better. Thank you all very much. And we now conclude this formal session of the salutation ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mohan sir and Dr. Mishra sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Thank you very
Bye.
much for a
What a great
wonderful